Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to day 3. Finally, we are here. I think I'm excited at what we've been able to achieve so far. Most importantly, I'm excited about, the breakthroughs I can see us getting, the testimonials, the feedback, the side chats that you guys are putting our way. We are happy that you have participated. Congratulations for coming this far. I know for some of us, it's been such a sacrifice really to ensure that every between 1 and 2 you're here, and between 2 and 8 and 9 in the evening you're also with us in the class. So we totally appreciate that. I do hope that you can also have the same to say about us. If you're here, you let me know. I want to see if we have 2 or 3 people, and then we can start. If you're in class, say hello, say something. Tell me what have you been working on since yesterday, and then I will proceed. I just want to make sure that there's 1 or 2 people with me in the room. Wow, I can actually see there are some people in the room. I just want you guys to let me know for sure you can see me and you can hear me. Say hi. If you're in the room, kindly say hi. I want to see who is with me. Wow, very good, very good. I can see Brenda. Brenda saying these sessions are eye-opening, Betty. Thank you very much, Brenda, for attending, and thank you for letting me know that guys can see me. Thank you very much, Caroline. You say hi, good afternoon to you. At least we have 2 in the room, so where 2 or 3 or 10 are gathered, then there is some good information going on. All right, so welcome to day 3. Today we talk about monetizing our potential, and we want to really have a conversation of what is monetization and how do we do that and how are people doing it and is it real? When it comes to money talks and money matters, it's a very spooky subject, and people don't like to talk about it. But I got to a point I said, you know what, we must discuss this topic of money, because money is the reason we wake up every day to go to where we go to. So we can't keep demonizing money every other time. We need to draw a line. Is it the money that is demonic, or is it us, the users, who make money look bad? Really, you guys, is money that bad, or are we the ones that make money look bad? What's your opinion? Is money really, really bad, or do we make money look bad? Okay, Jim Asharia says, hey, good afternoon. Purity says, hey, hearing you clearly. As you guys tell me if money is really, really bad, or we are the guys who demonize the money, I want to put on my presentation so that we can see what ground we can cover today. All right, so still welcome to Activate and Monetize Your Potential Challenge. Every time you see me or you see any other coach or you see Ambrose come up with a challenge, it is because we want you to achieve something. We are giving you a challenge. We are giving ourselves a challenge and deciding we want to achieve this. We are going to achieve it in 3 days. Then after that, what next? What comes next? All right. So still welcome. Welcome to the last day, the D-Day, not the last day of us interacting. Absolutely not. We shall continue interacting. We shall continue running these challenges. I do hope and pray that one of these days you will consider, joining our mastermind group, whereby we are inside we are continually learning in that group. We forever learning every new thing. We find every new thing. Ambrose finds every new thing. My collaborators find. We always come and share it in that group. So if you think you are learning here, then you can imagine what happens in the mastermind. So I would like you to start preparing your mind to joining some of these things. All right. As we proceed, so I want to ask, what does it take to monetize really? And really, what is the monetization? Monetization is, taking that gift that you have, taking the service that you have, taking the knowledge, your skill, and exchanging it for money. exchanging it for dollar, exchanging it for kwacha, exchanging it for naira, exchanging it for, for whatever other currency, that the euro, exchanging it for Kenya shillings. It really is you exchanging your knowledge for a shilling, knowledge for a dollar. So what does it really take to monetize your potential? It takes, let me tell you, what does it really take? I know a lot of times we expect huge things to be dropped by the coach, but I'll say this. It takes you deciding that I'm going to do this. I am actually going to monetize my potential. I am going to do this now and every day from now. And then I'll take consistent action on this decision. Deciding to monetize your potential, I know it takes energy, and I know it takes grit, and I know it takes a lot of confidence. But the day you decide, I am monetizing, I am making sure that this gift I have, this talent I have, this passion I have pays me, the day you cross that bridge and decide it's today and forever else, that is what it takes. Nothing more, nothing less. All right. Money is a thorny issue. Talking about money is a thorny issue. It's a creepy subject. We avoid it. We run away from it. We keep going round the topic. We shy away from discussing money. Yet we need that money every freaking day. This money sorts almost all our issues. The last 2 months, I've been having 2 sick patients, like sickly hospitalized, me directly. And you can imagine if there was no money. So first of all, that experience itself is so stressful, you almost go crazy. Now imagine going through that and then you don't have the money to pay the bills or to run around or to pay someone to go do for you this and that. You really don't, you wouldn't love this life. But if you can manage to at least make sure the bag is sorted, then that can really be nice. So why are money conversations really hard? Because money conversations are hard. Money is a powerful force in every society, and money matters are deeply rooted in history and culture. Why do I say history? History because as we were growing up, these were not conversations that were encouraged in the home. You couldn't discuss, oh, mom, how much money do you have? It's only today that we are starting to see our own children ask us, do you have money? Yes, I have money. Then they wait for 3 days. They tell you, I would love this and this. And you say, oh, I didn't have money for it. And they remind you, no, you said you had money. But when we were growing up, these were not conversations that were encouraged. People often don't talk about money because it is perceived to be socially disrespectful. Keep talking about money. There's a discomfort around it because the ones with the few resources, the ones probably who don't feel like they have enough money, the reason they won't talk about money is because they fear being looked down upon. They fear people looking down upon them because people might think they are lazy, they are stupid, or they make poor money managers, poor money decisions. I don't think you must be very bold to go out there and say, I lost money. You must be very bold to go out there and say, I actually don't have money. I'm broke. So for the people who are on the lower side of money, let's say this is a bar, so you're on the lower side of money, you're afraid people might judge you. You're not a good money manager. You're broke. You're lazy. You're stupid. You're this and that. If then you have money, the fear of talking about money would come from you don't want to be exploited. And there are very many exploiters around. KRA has joined the wagon the other time. So you really fear, where is this conversation going to take me? Who is seeing me talking about money? Might they actually want to take advantage? So that's why money talks become a little hard. Yeah. Now, because you're in this world and you can see what's going on, economic ruin, because there's a lot of economic ruin right about now, will force us to talk about money. Economic ruins will force us to look for money, will force us to fill in. I was having a conversation with the safety manager today, and I don't know if it's a rumor but he tells me from very reliable sources. He said, Betty, I think you haven't really felt the effect of fuel problems. And I asked him, what do you mean exactly? And he told me, let me tell you, you prepare for probably another rise. And I thought to myself, really? Like, we're already having too much. Like, it's too much. It's too much. And he said, no, you just prepare for anything. The next month we could have higher fuel prices as well. So I was thinking to myself, wow, if that's the case, and it's not a Kenya issue, it's the USA is feeling it, the Kenyans are feeling it, Nigerians are feeling it, South Africa is facing it. So what do I do? If you are gonna have fuel prices going up, it actually means everything else is gonna escalate. So what do we do? And then apparently after that conversation, I watched a show that was talking about not mental illness, but mental wealth, your mental health. And I was thinking, the lady was saying you need to take care of your mental wellness. Like, you really need to think about the issues that might come your way. So one of the things that might come our way is high price of goods. In fact, it's already here with us. It might actually escalate. So what are you planning? Will we continue being quiet about money and decent around it and force humility around money? Are we going to shh until when we can no longer take it and we really want to have, we want to start talking about money? I think we should. And in a very humble way, how do we increase what is coming into our pockets? Because I am one person who believes life is for living, guys. Life is for living. And whatever your mind can see, that you can get. So it actually means you probably are comfortable where you are, but as time goes, the prices will continue rising. And so you are going to see a gap. And that gap, if you don't take care of it, it's going to start affecting your moods, your mental wellness, your operations. The moment, I had that conversation with him, and then I remembered, I told you guys I have another business. That other business has a fleet of vehicles. And I thought to myself, wow, what do I need to do? Because now that business, we depend on fuel. Like, those vehicles are moving every single day. And I can already feel the price. When I see the receipts, when I see what's going on, I can already feel the prices really, like, they are really high. So I was starting to consider increasing the prices for the services. So when I heard today it might actually be worse, I thought to myself, this is a conversation I need to have with my team, how we are going to recover this. So we are justified, by the way, you guys. For those of us who never want to talk about money, right now we are justified and we can have something to blame for it, all right? We must talk about money for these reasons. We need to put enough money in our pockets so as not to worry about the economic recession. We need money, we need cash flow. At the beginning of this year, I started telling business people like me, your focus as a CEO, your focus as the founder of the business, your focus as the general manager, whoever you call yourself in the company, your focus as the business owner is cash flow, should be cash flow. Because the moment there's no cash flow, your business is dead. So you wake up every day, of course, there are customers to be served, there are people to be hired and fired, there are these and there are operations of blah, blah. But your job as the CEO of that company is to ensure that you cushion your business. So it is actually making sure cash flow is working. That is for a company. What about yourself? Who is ensuring this cash flow? Who is ensuring your pockets are not running dry? You are. You are the CEO of your own life. So we need to create a passive source of income for yourself through what you know and love doing. There has never been a better time, guys, to monetize your potential. There has never been a better time. Sometimes I get excited at problems, because when the problems come, we need to look for solutions. For example, right now, problem is the gap between what we were earning and how it was serving us, and what we are earning right now and how it will serve us. What we need cash to fill that gap. We either need cash or to cut costs. But you're going to cut costs until when? Until what point? Okay. So we need to think about, how do you create another source of income? Yes, you're employed and your employer is worrying and having a headache where your salary is going to come from. Yes, you're running a business, it is fine. But how else can you increase your income? All right. Also, to live your desired life easily. There's a life we all desire. There's one level. We want to move from one level to the other. We want to afford this. You want to be able to move a little bit in life as we grow. You want to be able to be comfortable, really. So we really need to think, how then do we increase our revenues? How then do we increase our sources of income? And easily. Like, before we get to where the Kina US are, that you are running 5 jobs so that you can live, where we are right now, it's not really so bad. But imagine if you can get another extra source of income. Imagine you creating a course, an online course, and letting it run, letting the gurus help you with the marketing. And that course, let's even say you are using a budget of maybe 20,000 Kenya shillings on ads, either Facebook ads, Instagram ads, YouTube ads. You're either using 20,000, and at the end of the month you can get 50,000. That's a cool 30,000 in your pocket that cushions you against the rise of goods, rise mafuta, this and that. At least you don't have to really adjust your life too much. Imagine selling an ebook online, and that ebook, let's say you spend another 15,000 to advertise that ebook, and it brings you 30,000. That's another 15,000 into your pocket. As long as whatever you invest will pay for itself and give you something extra, it's always good business. So that's why I'm challenging you to think about another source of income, to think about, how do you move from where you are to where you want to be. And we've been taking action the last 2 days, thinking, where are we at? Where do we need to go? Who do we need? Whose services do we need? So there are 5 steps I want to show us today to monetizing our potential. How do we start? Where do we even start? Number 1, you need to find your sentence. What is your sentence? And you need to focus on what you can bring to the world and convey this message concisely in a sentence, not 2. In a sentence. Others will be able to buy into your slogan too. The money will soon follow. The other day, I just realized that, I don't know why I have never realized that Google's sentence is organizing. I have always known that Google organizes information, but I think I had never really looked at their statement. I had never looked at their one sentence. Companies that help you organize your life, Google helps us organize information and find it easily, period. Amazon helps you do what? Coca-Cola, what do they help you do? What are the brands? Safaricom, what do they help us do? Total, what do they help us do? Find your sentence. What do you help people do? Because precisely, human beings will follow your cue. They will follow what you show them. Who do they know you to be? Do they just know you as a brother? Do they just know you as someone we work with? Do they just know you as, that lady who is Betty's sister? Yet there's so much in you. Imagine people just knowing you as Betty's sister, yet there's so much in you that you can be known for. So you need to find your sentence. And how do you find your sentence? I put this beautiful diagram. It's not beautiful, by the way, but I think it makes a lot of sense. We talked about this day 1, but I wanted it to bring it as a diagram so that it sticks in your mind. This is how you do it. Finding your sweet spot. If you can see this blue mark here, this is a sweet spot. How do you find your sweet spot in life, at work, at home? Let me actually now talk about potential. We want to see how we can increase our sources of income. But as a coach, I don't want you to increase your income and suffer while doing it. We can look at how do we increase our income doing what we love, what the world needs so that they can buy, that which you are good at, and that which you can be paid for. Where all these things meet, that which you love is your passion. There's that thing that you love, you're passionate about it, you can do it for free, you can do it 3 in the morning. That which you love is your passion. That which the world needs is your mission. Why are you here? Each of us has a mission. Why are you here? What's your mission in life? That is what the world needs. That which you can be paid for is your vocation. You give us your skills, you get paid back. And that which you are good at is your profession. You're really, really good at. Where all these things meet, the 4 of them, this thing is called the sweet spot. It's so sweet, it can only be called the sweet spot because you feel happy. I personally must say and be really grateful to God that I found mine. I love, love, love coaching very, very much. The world needs coaching, and COVID has really also helped us coaches because people have found coaching online. They are now aware. It's easier for us now to get coaching clients. That which we can be paid for. People know coaching is a paid up service. A lot of times they actually come expecting it to be paid. And I'm good at it. I love it. At least my own evolution and reading from what my customers tell me. So if you could get here, this is the sweet spot. It feels really, really good. Takes you time to discover. If you could do the homework we talked about yesterday, that which you love are the things that you do. You love them. You love doing them. You feel great doing them. You feel, you lose sense of time when you're doing them. You don't notice that you're going past 1 hour because it's so sweet to you. It's so effortless. I always tell people, if when you're working and doing something, you get somewhere, you feel so tired, you actually wonder, what time will I finish this? A lot of times you're doing something that you really don't love. Okay. And then you need to look at what does the world need. So you can sit down and find your sentence so that I love teaching, I love reading, I love finding about information, I love researching, I love making sense of data. The world, what does the world need? Right now, the world needs direction. A lot of people, after COVID, they were like, by the way, I can actually survive without this job. Yeah, I've been home all this time and I'm fine. So you need to write down, you need to fill in each and every of these circles and then realize what's your sweet spot? What is that one thing that you can stand with and say, this is my sweet spot? Of course, it takes you time, takes you work, but I want to challenge you. You must write your sentence. 1, not 2, 1. I always challenge my friends and ask them, if you found yourself in a lift with, with Michael Joseph, with, with Putney, with whoever, what would you tell them? Would you start saying, my name is Betty, I am married, I am a woman, I went to school? Please, you have 30 seconds to write your fame, like 30 seconds to say, hey, my name is Betty, and this is what I do in 1 sentence. So you need to know that sentence, and that sentence needs to be very, very clear. So number 1, you need to write your sentence, make use of the diagram, ask for help. There are people who are very, very good at helping you write your sentence, and you'll be able to find what it is that is your sentence. Number 2, you need to label yourself. You need to brand yourself. You need to be the one championing your own labeling. Who are you? Who are you? And guess what? If you're not telling us who you are, if you're not telling your own story, if you're not directing your own movie in this world, the movie that you are, someone else will. Someone else may, and they will. They will direct your own movie. So if we cannot know who are you, knowing that you're Caroline K is not enough. So what about Caroline K? What can she do? What can she do? If you allow the world to label you, they will label you so many things. So this is how the conversations will be going. Let me use Ambrose because I work with Ambrose. I know he will not be offended. Ambrose is 23-year-old. If you meet with him on the road, if he doesn't tell you what he does, he's small, just walking around, he's young, like the rest of them. So if someone was to describe Ambrose, let's say an old friend from high school, and Ambrose has not labeled himself. So let's say two friends from his former high school, they meet on the street, and one of them will ask, hey, have you, oh, Shayon Ambrose since tutoke shule? And then the other one will say, oh, ule alikuwa brother ya John. Or, that guy who used to be short and in glasses. That is how they will label you, because that is all they know. But if those guys are Ambrose's friends on Facebook, the conversation will be different. It will run this way. Have you ever met Ambrose? And then the other one is going to say, yeah, that guy who helps people with building funnels, the marketing strategist, because that is what we know. Let me use Akode. She's a very famous lady. Today, I mean, if nobody ever knew Akothe and I'm describing Akothe to them, I would say, let's say a Nigerian friend of mine asks me, Betty, who is that Akothe that is very popular in your country? I will not say Akothe is a tall, slim. I won't have words for those ones. I'll say, wow, that lady is a brand ambassador. I see her advertising this and this and this and this, because that is how she has labeled herself. Imagine the world being allowed to label you, apart from how you tell us, you have to tell us who to call you. You have to tell us who you are. We have to know from you. If you leave it open, we shall baptize you. We shall label you. We shall call you anything. We'll even use that one who wears glasses, that one who used to do this and that, the one who was fired from the workplace 2 years ago. People are going to call you anything. So it is you to tell us who are you and how do you want us to label you. Label yourself, and then we will answer to what you tell us. Okay. So take time to label yourself, and that actually means, let me go back a little bit. Start from your social media pages. Sana, that is where we know you from. A lot of you have met me on social media, and that is the Betty you know. So start there. Let people tell us who you are. What do you do? Do you have a banner? Do you have something that should show us really who you are? I don't know, no, it's not this group, it's the DPC group, but let me bring it here as a bonus. There's Canva. Canva has a free version, which is very good. Go do one slider, just one, describing what you do. Put your image there, describe what you do, put it as your profile photo. You have started labeling yourself. The conversations you're having online, what are they about? Are you having conversations about war in Vietnam today and in Russia and wherever else? Tomorrow you are talking about losing weight. The other day you are talking about football. The other day you are the champion, COVID champion. The other day you're telling about hair, and the other day you're telling about smooth skin. And the next day you're telling us about village, and the next day you're telling us about elections. We really never know who you are. You are a jack of all trades. Number 3, you need to know that nobody cares about you selling yourself. Today, there's another group we have that we help them develop their digital products and do whatever it is that they want to do digitally. And I saw someone who had asked a question, and Ambrose asked a very good question. And he asked, how do you know that your product is good? Because that's how we describe ourselves. That's what we hear every day from our clients. Someone comes and tells you, oh Betty, I developed a very good coaching program. It is fantastic, it's amazing. I really don't know why people are not buying from me. Imagine I've sat down, the training program I've done, it's Harvard level. So we want to ask you, who said that? Who said it's Harvard level? Did you ask your clients and they said it was Harvard level? Or did you actually fall in love with the product that you came up with and fell in love with the coaching program and decided it was fantastic? Let me tell you, human beings, we are extremely selfish. It's usually about me, myself, and I, and what feeds my spirit. So as people read what it is that you're posting, they will read it from their own head, not from your head. So you need to focus on solving a problem, not making yourself rich and not making yourself known. It's all about them, not you. It's about them, by the way. When you solve a problem, there are almost no limits to how much you can monetize your potential. Look at a problem. Where are people suffering? What is disturbing them? What's going on? What problem can you sort? Is it boredom? You need to sit down and look at what problems are people experiencing. If you are offering beauty products, what problem are you sorting? You cannot say, oh, look at our container. This face cream comes in a very beautiful container. Who cares? We want you think about what is the problem of the ladies or the gentlemen who would want to buy that problem. I mean, that product that you're coming up with. It's probably they want a smooth skin. Why do they want a smooth skin? Because they have acne, or they're experiencing, rashes, or they're experiencing sunburns. Pick that problem. Bring that problem at the front. Let me read that problem. A lot of times we respond when our pain point has been mentioned because we are selfish. We thinking about ourselves. We are thinking about how we can be helped. We are thinking about how we can get out of trouble. We are not thinking about how Safaricom can make billions. Absolutely not. We are thinking about how can I run my online classes without interruption from the network. That is my problem. So if Safaricom comes and says, we will make sure that your Zoom is not interrupted, your Hangout, they are not interrupted, I'll be like, what are you selling? I want it. But if they come and say, oh, this company is amazing, it is offering jobs, you people don't let us go down, that doesn't speak to my pain. So really, I might not pay attention. Okay. So focus on solving a problem. So when you are labeling yourself, mention that problem. Bring it at the front. Let me experience it. Let me feel the pain. Let me feel my pain from you. Describe that pain. Let me feel it. Once I feel that pain, then I am going to take action because I don't want to be in pain. I want to be protected against pain. Okay. So really, when you're speaking about, don't think, oh, these products have come up with amazing, they are fantastic, they are going to solve people's issues. No, start with solving a problem. Solve a problem. Solve a problem. Think how you can solve a problem when you're packaging your potential, when you're monetizing your potential. If you really want to monetize, please, you must talk about solving a problem. Whatever problem it is, you must talk about solving a problem. Okay? So think about it and see how it is that whatever you're bringing to the market is going to be solving a problem. Number 4, you need to get visual. In the world we are living in, you don't have too much time to make a great first impression. You have all the time to make a first impression, but is it going to be a great first impression in the minds of the people that you want to help, in the mind of your clients, in the mind of the people who are going to buy your product or your services? You don't have all the time in the world to make a great impression. Imagine you don't. You really do not have all that time. So because you don't have that time and there are so many things going on online, a visual portfolio with images, pictures, and samples of your work is much more attractive and inviting for today's viewers. I want you guys to think about why did Facebook bring Reels? Because Facebook brought Reels the other day. You know Reels? Like when you go to your page, there's you just see people dancing and and just doing their thing there. Why did Facebook do that? What were they missing? What was the customer missing? You need to think about that. You absolutely need to think about that. So the reason why Facebook did that is because they probably went to Instagram and TikTok. My own evaluation is they felt threatened by maybe TikTok, because TikTok, it's so easy to do that reel. So today, ask yourself as an observer, as someone who is online, what is easier for you to do? To click on a video and see it and think about what it is telling you, or to click on a long text and start reading, and it's a account without even an image. You can't see who is the owner of that account, and they are posting things, or they have forwarded things from another person. What is easier? Is it not for you to look at that video, get entertained, and keep moving on? So you need to get very, very visual. Know how to present your services, know how to present your product in a visual manner. You could bring your face forward. It's usually easier. People trust you because they can see the face behind the product. They can see the face behind the product. They can see the face behind the coaching program. They can see the face behind the counseling program. They can see the face behind the lecture. They can see the face. They can see your face that there behind. So they are not able. We want to see. We are. Us guys are curious. Human beings are curious, and we are gregarious. We want conversations with people we can see. We don't. It's very few people that win. There are people, by the way, that win online being faceless, but they also have another. They have a thing working for them. Maybe controversy. If you are bringing anything controversial, anything sex, anything a lot of wealth, or anything a lot of success, people are still gonna read from you. If you are Aliko Dangote, please, we don't need to see your image. You just need to tweet something and the whole of Africa will respond. If you're Elon Musk, imagine if you're Elon Musk, you don't even tell Twitter via official communication, like call them and tell them I'm interested. You go to their platform and tweet that I want to buy you guys. That's how influential you get. But with time, as you grow in the business, now that we don't know you, now that the internet is crowded, you really want to hide your face and you want to make money online. I said you need to decide, do you want to have your cake or do you want to eat it? Choose a struggle. Choose a struggle to either be seen, your face out there, and you make the money, or stay behind and be comfortable with whatever it is that you're making. All right. Obscurity is what kills businesses. Obscurity is what kills potential. Obscurity is what kills success. Just being obscure, we don't know who you are. You are faceless. You're behind there. You probably are very good engineer. You are probably a very good lawyer. You are a good doctor. You're a fantastic professional. But your LinkedIn profile says nothing to do with those things. Your friends have tried and recommended you. They have even gone to the recommendation space and just said, Caroline is an amazing accountant. She did this and this. But efforts from yourself, zero. None. You are obscure. So the moment you are not very obscure, and you are obscure, and another person is coming and they are bringing their face, they are bringing their CV, we can quickly see what it is they can do for us, then you lose a lot of opportunities. Okay. I know a lot of people are like, Betty, you're talking like that because you're confident and you can go online. What about us who are introverts? We don't want to be seen. Yeah, I know that conversation is going on in your head. And this is what I want to tell you. Remember, we talked about your mental strength. You've got, there's no one, I'm sure even the comedians who post a lot of jokes online, a lot of times they do it afraid. And today I want to dare you, you introvert, you who think you cannot do it afraid. I'm sure sometimes they do the comedy, then they wonder, how is this going to end? Are people going to laugh really? Are they going to find me, funny? Do I have a bean on my teeth? Did I talk badly? Was my face friendly? Was my dress stained? People have all those concerns. I once listened to Oprah, and Oprah said this one time she interviewed a lady, and as the interview was ongoing, imagine the whole world, people were watching Oprah. The lady walked out on her. And it was a long time ago. So Oprah was saying, every time I hold a show, every single show that I've done, I've remembered that incident and I've gotten scared. Is this one also going to walk out on me? Are they going to embarrass me in front of the world? So I'm asking you, if Oprah can be afraid, who is Betty? If Oprah can be afraid, who are we in the animals kingdom? It actually means all of us get afraid at some point. The president gets afraid declaring some things. I mean, I don't know who doesn't get afraid. We all do. So do it afraid, cultivate your mental strength so that you're able to see what it is that you can do to monetize your brand. Okay. Then 5, choose your happiness. And yesterday we agreed only you can determine what success means for you. Monetize for happiness, monetize for your best life, monetize for abundance, monetize for joy, monetize for living. If you have that in your head as a reason for monetizing, you won't lose psych a lot of times. You won't lose good vibes. You won't lose the energy. If you are doing it for happiness, if you're doing it for your best life ever, if you're doing it for abundance, if you're doing it for joy, if you're doing it to teach others, if you're doing it for fulfillment, why won't you post? Why won't you talk about your product? Why won't you make a nice small flyer on Canva and put it as your WhatsApp status? And say, hey, my name is Caroline and this is what I do for a living. Put it as a WhatsApp status. If you're doing it for your own joy, if you're doing it for creating abundance, if you're doing it for living your very best life, even as you show others how to live their best lives, why won't you do it? There are some people who have lots of money, but they are very poor. And there are others who have less money, but very rich. I have seen corporate honkos resign, take half the pay, but pursue happiness. Imagine if you're doing it for that reason, then you don't get afraid wanting to monetize your gift. So you'll see someone who is very loaded but always complaining. Very loaded, doesn't see possibilities. Very loaded and is hoarding. They are hoarding clothes that they bought 10 years ago. And they are completely loaded, like they can afford anything they want to afford in the shop because it's a mindset problem. So if you are doing it for happiness, then it will be easier for you to monetize. All right. Are you guys still here or you left me? Muliniacha hapa peke yangu nikifunza. If you're here, kindly let me know and let me know if you're learning. If you're here, please let me know and let me know if you're learning as I sip some little water. Are you learning? I want to see your comments. Very good. I'm here, I'm learning. I'm still with you, learning a lot, Betty, learning. We are together. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I told you day one, if I step on your feet, please forgive me. That's sometimes the work of a coach. Sometimes it's not very comfortable for us, but we've got to do it. I mean, at the end of the day, when I see you do something amidst feeling a little pinch, but that something ends up being something really big, gives me a lot of happiness. All right. So I can say we are still learning now. Packaging to monetize. How do we, first of all, why would we bother packaging? And what is packaging anyway? Packaging is putting together your knowledge, your skills, your ideas, your passions, your hobbies, bringing it together so that a client can have a clear picture of how you can help them. It's one thing for business owners to abstractly make assumptions around what clients need. Sometimes people look at they look at a space and they decide, if I opened a bar here, people would be very happy. There seems not to have to be any bar around here. They don't do any feasibility study. They don't ask the drunkards around there. They don't say anything. They just start something. You make your own assumptions. Or like look around and decide, oh, I think I want to make a course on how to be confident when you're running a business. And I go ahead, make a course, ask nobody, talk to no one, and I float it. And then when it fails, you start thinking people don't want to buy from you. People need a very clear picture of how you can help them. Don't make assumptions. They need to look at a package and say, yes, that's exactly what I need. You are a very good counselor. Power to you. And when you sit down with a friend or a relative to counsel them, they come out strong and they come out of the habit that you want to get them out of. Fantastic. However, as Betty, if I was looking for a counselor and I've never seen you talk about your services, I've never seen it, not hearing it or assuming that you do it, missing it, how will I buy from you? Packaging is helping me see the service that you offer. Products are easy. I mean, this glass, you just need to go look for the material that is used to make glasses, make a glass, shape it, decide the price. But what about a service? It is not easy. Packaging a service is coming up with something like this glass, this glass. So you decide, you show me your service, show me your message. Don't tell me about it. Show me your message. How do I see it? How do I see it? What is it? What's your message? For example, I have a coaching program and I'll be telling you about it later in the day. It's called the Activate and Monetize Your Potential Coaching Program. This was the Activate and Monetize Your Potential Challenge. There is a program that we offer. And that program, I show you, this is a program, look at it. I'll show you in the evening how it looks like and what it is made of. I tell you that, this program, it has 4 modules. Module 1, we talk about finding your clarity. Like we go down, I do videos for you, I do this and this, I help you literally now come up with whatever it is that you will need to focus on. Module 2, you need to put your message together. What are the tools? I offer you the tools that I use. You download them, you use the checklist, the cheat sheets, all those things. Module 3, we talk about finding your ideal clients. How do you find them? Where are they? Where do you find them? What more method do you use to find them? In module 4, we talk about pricing, because this is a service. Pricing a glass is super easy. This is the amount of money I used to make this glass. This is the much I'll sell it to mark up. How do you price your services? It cannot be haphazardly. You also cannot look at the market and decide, Betty is charging this much, I'll come and charge this much to undercut her. You might undercut me, but you will not probably attract the kind of clients that I'm attracting. So you are undercutting the wrong people. So that is the program I'll be showing you and how it looks like. So you need to show us, who are you? Don't tell us who you are. Show us who you are. So deciding what to offer, decide what services you are offering. And how do you decide the services you are offering? Number 1, do your research about your clients and the market. How do you do your research? Ask, ask, ask. Ask method. Ask potential clients and friends in the industry what they are looking for in your area of expertise. I can see someone say, I'm a counselor. Fantastic. Ask, who are you counseling? Are you counseling between 4-year-old to 50-year-old? Are you counseling retirees? Because I think a lot of retirees need to be counseled. Are you counseling business people like us? We need a lot of counseling, man. Are you counseling teachers? Are you counseling, border riders? Who are you counseling? Because you cannot blanketly say you are counseling all of us. Okay, so ask us, if you have decided to counsel women between the ages of 25 to 35, ask them what are the problems you go through and what would you need a counselor for. Post a question to a relevant forum on Facebook or Facebook group asking businesses what they are looking for. Yesterday, a friend of mine who is a Zimbabwean, is she Zimbabwean or Zambia, one of the two, she asked, you business people who have been at it for a long time, give a tip to my audience. What is one thing that you would tell them, to think about in business? And I was happy to give a tip. And they were very happy. They reacted and they were extremely excited. But what excited me is reading the comments. I can now, as a business person, I know what business people struggle with just from that post from my friend. I read the comments, I analyzed them, I looked around, I said, and this is another country, it's not even my country. So actually, we face the same problems, okay? So go to those Facebook groups, post your question, look at the answers. Don't just rush into the market and come up with something and love it. Fall in love with it. Don't fall in love with your product or service. Fall in love with the customer who will buy that product and do what the customer wants. Check out what the industry leaders are doing. If you're in the coaching industry, you want to come to the coaching industry, or you want to be a counselor, or you want to be a makeup artist, you want to teach other makeup artists, or you want to be a comedian, you want to be a journalist, you want to teach other journalists. Look at what other journalists are doing. Look at what other, lawyers are doing. Look at what other doctors are doing. Look at what other coaches are doing. Check out, just, sign into their mailing lists, figure out, attend their webinars. But most importantly, let me tell you the quickest way to learn. Pay for their events, their paid events. There's usually very premium information given. I loved Lisa Nichols. I listened to all her YouTube videos, all of them. I read all her books. They're here, all. Hakuna kitabu Lisa ametoa sijasoma. But the day I attended her physical event, completely changed my mind. There's something about being in their presence and hearing them share their hearts of hearts. At the end of the day, we are still human. There's some information we won't broadcast out there, but you will broadcast it. You will tell it to your inner circle, okay? So find out what the other industry leaders are doing. And in any case, you want to be an industry leader, but you never want to invest a single shilling into the other industry leaders, whatever it is they're coming up with. Yet you want to be so big and you want people to come invest in you. Absolutely not. It really doesn't happen like that. I see people who want to make a lot of money, but they want to invest 0 shillings into their own development. 0. And they want to come out here, come up with products, come up with services. By the way, even services, when we make them into viable things, they become products. Like now, digital products. My coaching online classes are digital products. So you don't want to pay a dime for anything and you want to ask people for money. A lot of times, it doesn't create what we call an upward spiral for you. But the moment you pay, you also see the value of whatever it is that you paid. And you also get the courage to ask for money. Some of you, the reason you've never gotten the courage to charge for your services, you are still giving them for free, is because you have never invested in anybody's anything. Free YouTube channel, free anything, you are in it, and you never want to really invest in yourself and feel good that you have invested in yourself and you have learned. Number two, package now. Go into packaging your service. How do you package? You reflect on your past successful client engagement. What worked? Where did you need to improve? Think about, even if that client didn't pay you, what worked? When you talked to your cousin about drugs, how did it go? Your little cousin. I was talking to my little niece on Sunday. She's young and small. And I now can see she's starting to develop to becoming into a small young woman. So I was having a conversation with her and I was asking her, now tell me about those boys who are telling you nice things in the estate. And of course, immediately she became shy and I asked her, tell me about them. Am I your friend? She said, yes. Yes, auntie, you are. I told her, tell me about them. And we had a conversation. So if I see her grow into a responsible young girl and maybe I'm starting out, I will think about that event and see how I helped her and probably think to myself, this will help somebody else. Okay. So think about client engagement, past client engagement. How did you help them? How did you, get them out of a rut? How did you get them out of a problem? And how did it work for you? Ask for feedback because it's important. It's your job. You did it and you did it well. All right. Then get specific in your offering, laser sharp. Don't go around the bushes, just be straight. This is what I'm offering. This is the much I'm charging, and be defined as much as possible. You guys, there's a difference between being a surgeon, a neurosurgeon, and being a general physician. If you went into a hospital and you had a problem with your brain, like you needed brain surgery, and the hospital handed you over to a new doctor who just reported, a general physician, are you just going to lie there and let them operate on you? Or are you going to be saying, no, 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 no. I want to see the general, I want to see the surgeon in the hospital. I want to see the brain surgeon. That is the same thing that happens to us. That's what your clients are saying. They want to see the expert in the industry. They don't want to see someone who is doing everything, running all over the place with all the courses, all the solutions. You are the jack of all trades. No one will believe in you and nobody will pay you for it. They will definitely come to your table to have free info. They will gather at your table for free information and they will never remove a shilling to pay you. So if you want to be paid and be paid well, learn how to be a surgeon in your industry. Surgeon in quotes, you know what I mean. All right. Then you need to demonstrate how dedicated you are to their success. And how do you demonstrate? Once in a while, have something for the community, have something for your community, for your followers, for people who believe in you. It cannot always be chasing the dollar, you guys. You can't just be chasing the dollar year in, year out. At some point, you need your brand to be known as a brand that participates in the development of other people's I mean, you are developing a nation, you are developing a tribe, you are developing a group, you are developing this and that. So that means you need to set aside something free that you can offer your clients or would-be clients. All right. So I can see our time is much gone. I have 2 minutes to go. But I want to ask you, is it okay if I show you something small, not too, just a snippet, but we'll continue in the evening, because in the evening, I don't want you guys to miss this. Something amazing that we want to say, but we also want to offer you something amazing, even as we answer your questions in the evening. So today I helped you understand how possible it is to monetize your potential. And it is as possible as deciding from now on, I'm going to be an expert and I want the market to look at me as an expert. So what next? Just what next? Here's the deal, guys. You can take this information and keep trying to figure it all by yourself. It's okay. There's no problem. I really would feel happy to see that you attended my class and you actually came up with it. Okay, guys, you can do that. Or even package your message and make 1 or 2 sales. I'm sure you would, but still remain stuck. Still remain stuck. But I want to say this as I end. I'll show you a better deal in the evening. Here is a better deal. That's what we are going to be talking about in the evening. But most importantly, I'm going to be answering your questions. And so at this point, I want to say that I'm very grateful. Thank you for spending your time. Please make sure you go over this video again if you came late and start thinking about your statement. Can we hear your sentence in the evening? Come loaded with it, come ready, and come ready with your questions about anything monetization. I'll be ready for you. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the evening. Bye.